Hi, this is Kathleen Klompien again, and we're on to video 2 in the series on plagiarism. In this video, we're going to talk about paraphrasing. Paraphrasing can be tricky. If your paraphrase is too close to the original, you could be accused of plagiarism. Okay, before we get into those problematic paraphrases, let's talk about the three main options we have when using sources in our writing. There's the summary, represented by the apple tree. Summary is usually dealing with a bigger part of the text. A paraphrase, maybe a couple of sentences or a long sentence. And then the quotation, which is the little apple wedge, that's when we do something really specific. The summary isn't used quite as often when we're talking about research writing. The decision we usually make is between the quotation or the paraphrase. When you quote, you do it because only the exact words will do. Or if you want to credit a new term to the author, or if you want to analyze something. I have this picture here of Hamlet. When we think of Hamlet, we often think of to be or not to be. Those are exact words we'll use. We don't want to paraphrase Hamlet. But when do we paraphrase? We paraphrase a lot more often in academic writing, and it's actually harder than quoting. When you paraphrase, you're making decisions about taking only what you really need, and you're adapting or changing what it says in the original source to fit in with your paper. Okay, so here are a couple of tips for paraphrasing. It's the thing that you're going to do more often, and it's also the thing that might get you more into the trouble zone of plagiarism. When you're paraphrasing, you need to change both the words and the structure, and we'll get into that a little bit more. But to write a paraphrase, don't look at the original. Hide it, cover that page, and then write your paraphrase. After you've finished, check back with the original. Did you change both the words and the structure? Remember, a lot of paraphrases really should be cited. You need to be attributing the author. Okay, let's look at a few problematic ones. This first sentence from Davis, Eloquent Animals, is about apes using sign language. Okay, when we look at the second version, a lot of those words are highlighted, and they're highlighted because they're exactly the same. How much did this author really change from the original? We've only got articles, prepositions. That's not enough. Let's look at the second version. We've got that same original sentence, but then the writer mixed up both the structure and they changed the words. This is a good paraphrase. Sometimes you're going to want to keep some of the original. For example, I've got this sentence here from Octavio Paz. I thought the part about the wall of solitude was particularly beautiful, and I wanted to keep it in my own sentence. So look at what I did. I put that part in quotes. Yes, it is the same as the original, but I have the page number at the end. This is a good example of combining quoting and paraphrasing. Remember, we're here at the Writing Center to help you with this. It's a tricky thing, and it always helps to get a second opinion.